My teachers, and it's hard to name one, but several, had a tremendous impact on me. Both in terms of their teaching techniques and how they work with students, which is something that I've always taken away from that undergraduate experience and in graduate school as well.
Well, my father, first of all. My father did not go to college. In fact, my father was a career soldier and didn't have an opportunity to finish high school. Went to high school and in the Army. This was Second World War. So, but Dad always said that you are going to go to college. And so even though many times during my career I didn't feel like going to college and felt like dropping out of college a lot of times, there was always Dad in the background pushing it. But probably academically, it was my undergraduate major professor in biology. Yeah, Dr. Van Horn. I still know him. I guess the same thing that Dr. Van Horn did for me. When I came into my undergraduate work, I knew that I kind of liked biology, I knew I kind of liked science, but I had no idea what biologists did. My idea was go to med school. That must be what you do if you're a biology major. And Dr. Van Horn just opened up all of biology and just looked at all these different kinds of things that I could do with it, and so I hope I do that with my students. Over the last 5 years or so, I've really been specializing in the non-major student, because so many students come to our class and they take biology because it's easier than chemistry. I mean that's what it is, or my environmental science class, and what I hope is that those students will come away with an appreciation for and maybe even some interest in the biology as it relates to them and their world.
Most important thing is to love learning. I think that it starts with that. And the second thing would be critical thinking. But the most important thing is to develop an affection for study. I remember when my first day at college, I went to a meeting and one of the administrators said, if you learn nothing else in the 4 years that you're here, you'll be able to do something besides go home at night, sit on your butt, and watch TV. And I've never forgotten that. I think that is maybe the most valuable thing about education, is to give you other interests, other things you can be doing that will carry on beyond your college work. And that's not related to getting a job or a career, it's just making your life richer than it otherwise would be. I like this idea of everybody going for free. I think that's a really good start, because I think one of the most serious problems out there is student debt. I really worry about that, somebody starting life with that kind of debt, and I also think it discourages students from going into certain career fields that aren't high income, because they need the resources simply to pay off the debt. So I think that's one thing that worries me the most.
Wow. Well, I've been involved with the community colleges for many, many years. In a different life, I spent 18 years as a community college president. First in Oregon and then in Wyoming, and then actually I was president of Mount San Jacinto for 5 years. And so I believe in community colleges. I've also taught at the universities. But I think community colleges need to maintain that relationship with the community. I think that's the strength that we have. Our system is developed around making sure that our education is applicable to the communities that we serve. And so it's that applicability to the communities, the accessibility to our communities that we have to make sure we maintain. Having said that, we also have to have the highest quality education we can. The history of community colleges in California was that we were K-14. Community colleges were free. But that was also that community colleges were where all students would go for their freshman and sophomore years. And I think we need to look back at that. We need to go back to the fact that our community colleges should be the first level transfer institutions. We should take the freshmen and the sophomores, take the cream of the crop of our freshmen and sophomores, and send them to our senior colleges and universities. I think we need to go back to that model. Whoa, have fun. Yeah, just come and it's hard in this environment. 60 years ago when I was starting college, it didn't really matter if you had a major chosen. There wasn't financial aid. There wasn't this pressure to come and get done and get on with your life. And now there's so much pressure. But this is a time to explore. This is a time to see what life has to offer. Whether that's the academic side of it or the social side of it, it really doesn't matter. But take this time to explore, to look at different things and to kind of get some idea of what life might have in store for you.
Finish quickly. Do it in 4 years, 5 years. Don't take any more time than that. So you can get on with your life. And also, I think people who don't move through quickly are people who don't finish. So I think that would be the most important thing I would say.
Do you bring to kind of last part?
I don't bring any experience.
Yeah. Why are you excited to be part of
Well,
this?
because I was excited to be part of the event in December, and that was fantastic. I was looking forward to that, and it was better than I thought it was going to be, and I'm sure the same is going to be true for this one. You got a great panel, some fantastic people who I think are going to be interesting and intelligent and informed, and it's good to be a part of that. Even if I'm only a moderator, I'm still sitting among all these heavy-duty brains, and that's enjoyable. So it's going to be great. Yeah.
I look back. I participated in the first Earth Day, April 22nd, 1970, and so I've had 40 plus years as an environmentalist. It's very close to my heart, and I think now more than ever it's important if we're going to continue to maintain our nation, our state, our local environments. We need to have people who are extremely versed and interested in environmental appreciation, and that's what this is all about.
I think the state of the environment is really scary, and there's not a lot of awareness, and I think that the only way to tackle it is through reform on many, through many different approaches.
I think that they aren't well known enough. The word hasn't been really spread. Like, it's just so much that people don't know.
Unfortunately, steadily declining.
They're getting worse, and there's not enough being done about them.
I believe the environment is an emergency, and we're coming at it our country is coming at it like it's a nuisance.
As a community college, I believe that since we are like the future of the upcoming generation, I feel like we need to be more educated and to get ourselves involved in things that will affect the upcoming generations. And as teachers and as students, I think it would be a good collaboration for us to understand the opportunities that we have to educate people and be able to take action on the issues.
Just the simple things that we can do to change, spreading awareness so that people know.
I think awareness and education are vital, but I also think if we were able to get an environmental committee going on campus, it would be extremely beneficial.
I believe that we need to conserve our resources, invest in alternative energies, and try to recycle.
The Talon Talks event is going to make a huge impact, creating an extracurricular event where people can look at these issues and discuss them intellectually. It can really inspire people to make an impact on their community or on the world and perhaps tackle these issues.
I would recommend renewable resources, recycling, things of that sort.
I guess it's a starting point, just for the path that we choose to take.
It's a good way to explore different fields and figure out what you want to do.
Opportunity, because as an AB 540 student or a DreamAct student, community college opened up the door for me to continue on my education and be able to pursue my dream to have a successful career.
a second chance. I've always wanted to get a college degree. I didn't go to college right out of high school, so this is an opportunity for me to pursue those goals now.
And community college is a fantastic opportunity financially for those who can't afford to just go straight into a four-year.
A second chance. For me, it was a way back into the college system as an older student coming back to school.
It means a degree and an opportunity.